Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Imperial Holonet. I'm JD123,
And I'm Miracle.
and today we're gonna do some speculation. It's speculation time. On
It's
it,
something we have not done in quite a while.
yep, and we're gonna talk about a game that may never come out because we've been waiting for it for the past, I don't know how many centuries. Um,
Probably 15 years now. We've waited for
yeah,
this game.
and it's
We know it's coming. We
between
just
now and the day we die. Um, and
it's coming down that middle time. It will probably come out before Half-Life 3. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, before the apocalypse. Somewhere in that
Yes.
range. And that, uh, and that is Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh boy.
Oh boy, this is I don't to
Oops.
be fair, people don't this is going to be I don't know what this discussion will bring. All I told Joel is, you know
Fear.
what? Huh?
Fear.
All I told Joel is that we're this far into doing these videos, we need to do this discussion.
Exactly.
Let's start with what we know, Joel.
Okay.
We
We
know there
It
we know
exists.
we know it exists. We have had one, two, or three trailers. One on the former engine, on the Luminous engine, and now the rest is on the Unreal engine, and that's what they're developing it on.
We know that gameplay. We know that the graphics are gonna look beautiful.
The graphics, from what we've seen so far, look exquisite.
I would almost.
That's
I
not
part of me wishes that the first Kingdom Hearts could have looked like this, and like, oh, just imagine I would have been even more in love with the game.
Yeah.
With that story and that graphics. Oh, sorry.
The thing we have yet to see is any other Disney characters in this shade and
Um,
this new look and this new graphical setting.
we have the 2.8 burst by sleep something.
Fragmentary passage. Have we?
Yeah, that's in that. That's in that texture and
Yeah,
style.
we haven't seen all the other Disney characters. Well, part of the other thing
We've
too is
seen Rancid, Sora, Riku, Kairi, Mickey, Aqua, Donald, and Goofy,
Terra and Ben too.
and the Heartless.
Yeah,
And the Heartless look amazing.
they do look good.
I love the way they just have they're a horde. They're actually a horde.
Yes. I imagine they'll do some pretty funky stuff with the Heartless, and we know the Nobodies are coming back. That has been confirmed.
And we know that Kingdom Hearts 3 will make whether or not all those spin-off games are semi worth it. Because they
Yes.
can't be worth it just on their own existence anyway. Um, Even if Kingdom Hearts 3 explains it all, it still would not have been partially worth it.
It all is riding on 3, which is a big obstacle that Nomura has to overcome. Another thing on gameplay, which we'll go back and forth on things, but we know there's a new mechanic called free running. We know the areas are going to be much bigger. They're going to be much more open. So Sora can basically run up anything. He's going to have a lot more mobility in this game, and a lot more physics will be
And that sounds
tied to
awesome.
this game. So from what they're talking this game to be, it sounds like it's going to be amazing. That, and also the flow motion mechanic from Dream Drop Distance, where you're hopping from building to building, sliding down poles, swinging across poles. That apparently is going to be in this game to some degree. I don't know to how much or what.
Well, and as a game, as with technicalities and gameplay, that sounds amazing. What the
Yes.
heck is the story going to be about?
And also, another thing to add on
Who's
gameplay, we're finally getting what I've been waiting for since we saw this in 2 Final Mechs. We're getting freaking Keyblade transformations.
Ooh, nice.
We're getting the Keyblade is going to be able to transform into different things. They said that's going to be circumstantial. I don't know exactly what that means. Also, and the Disney attractions are going to be factored into this game, which I think is a neat idea.
Right, but I have my worries, and I'm already worried because I saw a cutscene from Have you seen Fragmented Passage yet, Cole?
Yes. Yes, I played it.
Okay, good. This is gonna be a weird place to start, but I'm gonna start here. Riku's voice actor seems like he forgot how to play the character.
Really? I didn't have that.
I don't know. It sounded like how Haley Joel Osment sound in Dream Drop Distance.
Part of it, the part of the problem, Joel, is we have to remember this. They're both getting kind of old.
I know, but they're old enough where they can play. I don't know. I feel like you can be old. Well, not like 60s, but
I
you.
think Sora sounds worse between the two.
I for me it's sort of like teenagers. You can play them in animated form at least up to your 30s, unless you're Tara Strong. Um,
Yeah.
but that's a different story. Well, there are also a couple brave people with certain voices who like in their 40s.
I'll tell you who I'm more worried about because they dropped this voice actor. I don't know if they're going to get her back. I don't know if they're going to get Hayden Panettiere as Kyrie back, which really worries me.
Hey, we lost Leonard Nimoy, so I'm less excited now.
And we lost Christopher Lee.
Well, he wasn't coming back after. He didn't come back for the other ones. They can always just get the guy who played him on Clone Wars.
That's true.
Perfect sounding. It's Master Yen-Sid already, so it's sort of like, oh well.
Yeah. Yeah, Leonard Nimoy, that's going to be a big hit, and I don't know how they're going to do Zane, or even in the Japanese version, because the Japanese voice actor died too.
Oh, come on. Really? Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what they're going to do in regards to all of that. I'm really interested to see how they take Xehanort in this game. They may do the thing I'm not going to like, and that's they de-age him. I'm afraid that's where we're going. They may work around it with a new voice actor. Honestly, I'd like to see a different voice actor because there's some pretty talented voice actors out there that they could get.
Yeah, but I don't want to de-age. I love the old Xehanort.
I hope they don't do that either, but we have to take that as a possibility, and they may very well do that because Nomura's not above doing that.
Well, but that's the best version.
I know.
If that happens, then forget it. I'm just gonna go do my own thing for my series at that point.
Also, I have to ask, Joel,
Mm-hmm.
do you think we're going to get to play as multiple people this time around?
Did they say we could?
Did they?
I don't remember. I think they did.
If that is true, because I really want to be playing with both Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Mickey and Riku. But even then, I'm worried. I'm worried about how they'll handle that.
I say just focus on one character.
And that's going to be Sora. If you're going to give us to play them, let us play them in short spouts like we did in the Arkham games.
Oh yeah, oh god, this is gonna be Arkham Knight, isn't it? This is gonna be our Arkham Knight.
Oh Lord, if that happens, that would be heartbreaking. But that wouldn't be that heartbreaking.
Nah.
Arkham Knight is terrible.
Yes. Well, Kingdom Hearts has already gone off the rails, so
yeah,
we're already a crazy town.
Yeah.
Our standards are low by this point.
Yes. So I'm also worried. I don't know what they're going to do with Kyrie.
Make her a character.
Which I think they're trying to do. And they
fanfiction does a better job. And I want my romance. Dang it.
Hopefully we'll get that this time around. Also, the other thing we know, that apparently will be we knew Ben was going to be in the game. He will probably feature pretty heavily because he has a new costume.
Oh, nice.
He has a new set of clothing.
Well, okay. Apparently there's this whole thing now of his backstory, which is being explained in this mobile game, which is...
Yes, he apparently is from the Keyblade War.
Big ripoff, I hear.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard nothing but bad things.
I played a little bit of it and wasn't that impressed.
Oh.
And there are two new characters that are introduced in that mobile game, Ephemeria and School.
And who knows how that's going to affect Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, and also the other thing that Joel and I don't know much about, because I have not looked into this at all since I got 2.8, I have not looked into that cover part portion yet.
I hear you can't even watch that cover part portion until that mobile game is done. And it's not done yet.
What do you mean?
That 2.8 thing, whatever, that's not a retelling of that mobile game.
Is it not?
No, it is after that mobile game or something. And you have
Wow.
to play that mobile game. That mobile game
So,
doesn't have all its missions completed yet.
oh Lord.
And it has filler issues like there's no one's business.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason I had a hard time playing it is because it's very it retreads worlds, and I don't understand how that. I don't get that. I don't understand the time. We are really screwing with time and the Kingdom Hearts verse.
When you had time travel, it all goes. That's when it all goes downhill.
Yeah, so I can't even
Once upon a time, learn
coherently.
that lesson the hard way.
I can't coherently talk about
What?
how time works in this game anymore because I don't even know if Nomura knows how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I I don't even know. Let's do this, Joel. Let's talk about what we think Kingdom Hearts 3 needs to do to be successful. Not what we want it to do, what it needs to do to be successful.
It needs to just finish the story up in a simple way, and that's not gonna happen. Uh, Game discussion over. Goodbye, people. Just kidding. I Every time I think of a finale for this game, I always just go to Harry Potter. I don't know why. Okay, here's the reason why. I know why. Because Xehanort's whole plan is very much like the Horcruxes in Harry Potter. It's he's splitting his heart, or in Voldemort's case, his soul, into like 7 pieces, or in this case, 13. And basically, I structured like Harry Potter. If it's ripping off Star Wars, then let's rip off Harry Potter. Let's just have. Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that was weird. Um, the way you laughed, it's like the microphone cut out, so it's like you
Oh,
squeaked.
really?
Yeah, it's like you squeaked. Um,
Huh.
and basically, what I would do is basically have the quest be Sora has to go find the 13 Darknesses, destroy them all. Then he has to go. Then he can go fight Xehanort, finally put an end to it. And there's gonna be a big battle. Everyone joins in. It's like your big moment. And then you have your final battle between Master Xehanort and Sora. Rally and finish up some things. Maybe have a side plot with Maleficent finally trying to get back her mojo.
Or maybe better set her up for the next game as a big portion.
Or that too. She could always just be the villain who's always there. Um,
Yeah.
that's good. And then have it end. Sora and Kyrie fall in love. They live happily ever after, get married, have kids, and that's it.
What we know is going to happen. We know there's going to be sequels after 3. We already know that.
And I have an idea for how you do a sequel.
And we know it's going to be with Sora, so if that is not part of it, we know Sora's going to be the main character.
I have an idea. Have Sora be the main character, but you play as somebody else. Like, here's my idea. You play as some, I don't know, like a girl. You could play her at the Keyblade Master, and then you meet Sora, but now he's like 30 years older. He's got a beard. He's kind of crazy, and he's kind of cynical. And he's now like, it's time for the Keyblade Masters to end. And
Really?
and it's directed by Ryan Johnson, so it'll be amazing.
Um,
Yep, that's my sequel idea.
we know how I think we basically know how the final battle is going to take place. The 13 Darknesses versus the 7 Light.
Yeah, but
We
how
know.
how are they gonna get there?
Yeah, that's the big question. I'm hoping where we're leading is that we're going to get all the 7 princesses back and they play a role in this.
Have the Disney play an important role in this period, please.
I think we could because I think we're going to see Agrabah return because we still have yet to do the King of Thieves storyline.
But that would mean something into the wider story.
Yeah, and then and that could reintroduce some. I don't know how you do Belle and Beast because Beast is already at the prince again.
Well, you don't have to go back. Well, yeah, that's true. Unless you do something really stupid like making the Beast again.
Or do something interesting. Make the prince something.
Or fudge the timeline to say, oh, that dance happened way in the future.
I hate that they do, but you're probably going to do that.
It's the easiest way.
We should also say what worlds have been confirmed at this point.
Frozen, probably.
Yeah. Tangled is definitely in it. We've already seen footage of that world.
Yay. Um,
We know we're going finally going to Mount Olympus. I don't know why we haven't done that way sooner.
yay.
And I assume we're going to see the other Titans.
You better see Zeus. Dang it.
Yes, I want to see Zeus. I want to fight Zeus. Damn it!
Zeus is a good guy. They
I
don't
know.
they don't have Greek. They don't follow Greek mythology.
I don't know. Um, what else? I think the Keyblade Graveyard is not being confirmed, but I'm pretty sure that's almost a given.
And yet they don't do the one world everybody's clamoring for.
Yes.
Star Wars.
What? Speaking of that, let's talk about that. How likely is it that we'll see Star Wars in this
I think they
Joel?
confirmed that they didn't want it. They didn't do it.
I I don't know if they've confirmed it or not. I think they've said what Nomura has said. He's asked for some things, and he said no, definitely on some, and maybe on some.
If we get Marvel before Star Wars, I'm gonna be mad.
I think we're more. I think we're more likely to see that.
Oh well, I do want Sora and Captain America to be friends.
That would be cool. That would be pretty cool.
And
That would really work too.
and Riku and Tony Stark. Sora, Riku, Civil War,
That would be amazing.
or dang it doesn't work that way. Sorry, I couldn't think of like he's my friend. So was I. I can't think of like wait when Riku they'll be Bucky in this situation.
Yeah. Also, what worlds do you think are going to come back, Joel? I think Mulan might.
Oh, that means we have to deal with Mulan too.
Is Mulan not that good?
It's like the worst Disney sequel. Like that's the epitome of all bad Disney sequels.
I have not watched it.
It's
I
on
might
Netflix.
watch that.
It's on Netflix.
We should do a commentary on that, Joel.
No, I want to avoid it. It's terrible, and it's weird, and since things happen in it that I make it really bad. It's
Um,
bad.
I don't know if we'll see Alice in Wonderland again. We might if it means Alice comes back as a princess.
Ooh, I like to see Wonderland as in that new graphic setting.
I would too. That'd be really cool, and see them do something unique with it too. We'll probably see Cinderella's world come back. We'll probably get one of those horrid sequels to the Cinderella movie. I don't know how you do Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs again. I don't see how you do that, but
Evil Queen is like dead.
yeah, she is. So I don't know what you do. Unless you do one of the 13 Darknesses trying to cause problems.
Who are going to be the 13 Darknesses? Is it like Xehanort, but like middle aged and young and teenage years?
We don't know. We know Syax and Zigbar are two of them.
Is it just the rest of the organization members? They had the hoods up.
It doesn't. No, it can't be because we see the other organization members. Some of the organization members, somebody's. We see Ienzo, Evan,
Right,
Alias.
right.
So it can't be all of them. So there's definitely going to be some new ones.
Oh boy. Um. Oh. Okay. I know what we can talk about. Get me a little more hyped. My favorite character for introduced in Birth by Sleep. I want him. I want him so bad. I need him. They better not screw him up. I want Vanitas.
I think we're most definitely going to get Vanitas back.
But what do you do with him? How do you introduce him? Does he just take over Sora's body? Is he separate himself from him? Fanfiction
I
has
think we're
done
more.
so
I
many
think
things
we're
with
more.
this.
I think we're more likely to see back once Ven is reintroduced.
So is he possessing Ven?
I don't know. I don't know how you reintroduce Vanitas. I think he's going to be introduced. I need to see Sora versus Vanitas.
I just want to see those two interact.
I mean,
I want to just have a conversation. I want him and Riku to have a conversation because I've going back in my series, I have these imaginary conversations of just like in my mind, Riku and Vanitas kind of click, and Vanitas just loves messing with Riku because he looks like Sora, but he can and sounds like Sora and kind of is evil Sora, but he just loves to torment him.
Yeah.
In all the best ways. The way I characterize Vanitas is he's really smart and calculating.
I would bet you, Joel, that I think one of the 13 Darknesses is probably Vanitas.
It better be. I mean, that makes so much sense.
Um, as for the other ones, I don't have enough info. They may be the other six Keyblade Masters from Unchained X or Union Cross or whatever you want to call it. They may be. I don't know. I haven't read into those. I can't really say otherwise.
Um, Probably just gonna be new characters.
Probably.
We know a few of them are there, Nort, in the literal
Yes.
sense of the word.
Well, all of them are all of them are going to be a piece of Xehanort. That's been confirmed. He split himself between all 13.
Again, like the Horcruxes.
Yeah. Um. There's a lot to talk about here. There's a whole lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another world. There's another world we haven't seen yet. A windmill world that has yet to have anything done with. And I think Twilight Town probably will come back to some capacity. And of course, the other one that is definitely coming back is Castle of Oblivion. It has to.
Oh yeah, those two are coming back. No Traverse Town, thank you.
We might see Traverse Town.
Maybe. Sorry, it's
I doubt we'll do much there.
The thing I can't boggle my mind is what's the story? Where do you start? Where do you end? We know right now Riku and Mickey are looking for Aqua in the Realm of Darkness.
And apparently...
And Sora's out at Olympus Coliseum.
Yeah.
And I like that idea of using the Olympus Coliseum as a training ground. Maybe that's the first world. Maybe that's the...
Well, the Olympus Mountain is apparently the first world.
That's interesting. Well, this is where we start. Okay, here's my biggest problem. This game's for the PS... whatever. 4, right?
Yeah.
If it's a PS4, it's still up to date by the time it comes out in the year 2222. That means this game is going to be accessible to a lot more people. It's
Yes.
a big console.
Mm-hmm.
How the heck do you reintroduce everything to newbies? Or at least not newbies, but people who have not cared about Kingdom Hearts since 2.
Well, the good news is we got 1.5 and 2.5 on the PS4 now.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to buy...
I agree. The thing you're probably going to have to do is sort of similar to what they did in...
Actually, I have thought about this, and I know what you can do. Opening narration. Have Sora just, like, something like Sora, like, go once upon... Like, have Sora do this. Like, just have him go, like, once upon a time, there was a boy who wanted to see the world. And it's basically just him with cutscenes from the other games just going over what all of this stuff happened.
Or better yet, do what the other games have done. In the beginning of the game, give us a CGI intro with a song by Utada Hikaru. It's not that hard.
That too. I like the opening narration. It's sort of like the finale.
Yeah. There's talk that Utada Hikaru might come back and do the song for this.
Well, that's cool. Yay.
And I'm hopeful, and I'm hoping they get her.
Sorry, I got my nose is acting up. Yeah, definitely.
Other than that, I don't know what you do or how you structure this. I'm really curious to see what Nomura does. And let's be honest, Joel, Nomura has been very, very quiet and very standoffish to anything regarding this game.
That's never a good sign.
He has been very quiet about it. But to be fair, he was that way with Final Fantasy Versus 13.
Well, how did that game turn out?
Well, under Tabata, good. And the character designs were good, so that doesn't mean... But it spells concern regardless. The fact that he's so...
And no, okay, to be fair, just because you're... Well, okay, I was going to use Episode 8 as the example, but then again, even Ryan Johnson comes out and talks about it on Twitter a lot, so... Okay, that's a bad... It's more secretive in terms of, like, spoilery things.
Yeah.
It's not in terms of, like, cast members coming out and talking about it. They're actually pretty nice about it. So never mind.
But he's been very quiet about this game. Especially he's gone against his own word about when we're going to get news regarding three.
I wonder if he is just so pressured that he can't handle it.
And the other thing we have to touch upon, and this is the thing I have to add on. Right now, Square has no big hitters coming out right now. The only two things they have in development that are going to get people buying are Kingdom Hearts 3 and the Final Fantasy VII remake.
I want to just say something about Kingdom Hearts 3. There's fan fiction about Kingdom Hearts 3 that was made in like 2006.
Huh.
People have
I
written their own version of Kingdom Hearts before all this Master Xehanort and Birth by Sleep stuff happened. And this Dream Drop Distance stuff. So yeah, you have versions of Kingdom Hearts where they thought 2 was the end.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, they really should have just stopped at 2.
They probably should have. Well, I wouldn't have been against them doing more things. I would have much preferred them doing a different story.
Definitely.
That's what they needed to do after this. And then to be fair, you can make anything work. You just have to make it work. The thing is, Nomura has not always made this work.
I don't think he made it work since 2, if
Yeah.
not earlier.
There are instances where it works, but as a whole,
I don't know. Well, this is a depressing video.
well, that's why I said we probably better go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Joel. When do you think we're going to get information on 3? Because like I said, they have no other big heavy, at least to my knowledge, no big heavy hitters that are in development right now that
Where
we
did we
know
get
of.
that first trailer?
We got that back in 2013 when it was announced it was in development.
Have we gotten anything since then?
Yes.
When was the last time we got something big?
Maybe I want to say I don't know if it was either the E3 before last or last E3. So I'm going to say this.
I can't make a prediction. They have been just nothing.
I will say this. A guy said this on the KH13 site, and I agree with him. I think we're going to hear something at this E3, and we're going to get something substantial. I think we have to, or they are going to have to announce something that delays this further. Because
they have pushed to 2.8. I would not be surprised. Do not underestimate them.
So
Do not underestimate the greed.
But I think we're definitely going to see something, if not at E3, at D23, the Disney event. But I think it's more likely we're going to see something at E3 this year.
I don't know about D23 only because I don't know how much Disney cares at this point. I don't think they care. Cause they got other money makers at this point.
Yeah.
And Disney doesn't really do games.
Well, that's true. Right now, and to be fair, Kingdom Hearts is their biggest game that they have produced with Disney characters, honestly.
Yes, but again, I don't think at this point. But one thing, because Kingdom Hearts is so much its own thing, the whole Disney thing is just kind of secondary.
Yeah, but to be fair, Disney is still partnering with them, and they are giving them worlds. And the thing is, we don't even know what worlds are included yet. So the question to see how much Disney cares is what worlds they get.
Well, they get Tangled and probably Frozen, so those are their big money makers.
True.
Or at least Frozen was back in 2013, back a couple of years ago. But
I don't know if you don't care about this game. It's just I don't know if I think they're getting a little. I think they might be just getting kind of fed up with how little is being done with it and how much is kind of more the same. And the fact that it's moved from so many consoles, that probably, and to be fair, that probably has not done wonders for them financially.
At least, to be fair, it's Disney. They got like other things that are milking in that money.
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying for Kingdom Hearts, the fact that this has moved to so many different handhelds to so many different handhelds and back to the consoles again to the handhelds, it's probably frustrated them to some degree.
Maybe I just don't know how much they care at this point. It's not like they promote this at the Disney parks. That'd be awesome if they did.
Well, I think they do actually.
Maybe in Japan. I don't know.
No, I think they do some places in America. They might.
Maybe I don't know if they did.
I think they care more than you think they do, Joel.
Maybe I don't know. Anywho, but yeah. I can't make a prediction. I honestly can't.
Like I said, I think E3 is our best chance.
If not, then I don't know. I hate if it's gonna be one of those. I would hate it if Kingdom Hearts and would never finished.
That would be terrible.
And although to be fair, at this point, I don't know what we get if it were finished. So it's sort of like
Yeah.
either way.
I, I think the thing is, I think there comes a point where Nomura just is finally done with it and he gives it to someone else. I think we're likely to see that.
I think after 3,
Yeah. I don't know. Because he's
a
talking.
part of me kind of wishes they just reboot, but I don't want that at the same time.
Honestly, in a way, that would be interesting. But the thing is, I think that'd be even a riskier decision because I don't think they know if that sell very well. Especially going back to the original worlds, I don't know if they, especially after doing all the remixes, I think that'd be a real risky choice for them.
It's like what do you tell? Again, I still say go to television. That's why I'm writing my series. Just do it in a different medium. Branch out.
Do novels.
Do the manga again. Keep
Do
doing.
movies for Pete's sakes.
Well, maybe not movies. Let's not. I don't trust it with movies. I don't trust Japan. I don't.
Do an animated movie. Try that.
That would be so weird. I don't trust Kingdom Hearts as a story format with a movie. I trust it more the TV series. Just makes more sense in my mind, and that's not because I'm writing one either. I've had my reasons, and I've stated them many times.
Well, I think part of it too is it depends on what story you tell. It can work in any medium. It just depends on what you're telling.
That's true. I don't know. I would love a reboot. Honestly, get different voice actors. Maybe give Sora, Riku, and Kairi more teenage voice actors from the start.
Yeah. The other thing I think, I hate to even say this because I know people love Sora. I love Sora. You love Sora. We all love Sora. I almost want to see a new main character.
Well, then you can do my idea. Do it 30 years in the future, and then have that new main character meet Sora, and he's all jaggedy, bearded, and voiced by Mark Hamill.
Even then, I still think we need a fresh takeaway from Sora. Maybe make his ideas known, but maybe have a new character with a fresh take on everything. I think that's a thing I want to see.
I wouldn't mind going Legacy with Sora.
Yes, exactly.
And again, he's all got a beard and voiced by Mark Hamill. I can't. That'd be great. Older Sora's voiced by Mark Hamill.
But we forget Eric is voiced by Mark Hamill.
You can have the same voice actor. Just don't show Ericus anymore.
That's true.
Show older Riku. That'd be something.
Yeah, older Riku would be really fun. Also, Joel, do you think we're ever going to see a point where all the worlds are one again?
If I were rebooted, I would just have that from the start. If you were going to make a movie, because I love more of the idea of all the worlds being one.
Yeah.
Get rid of that interdimensional stuff, travel stuff. Do what Once Upon a Time does. Combined worlds. Yeah. I would love that. I don't think that would happen.
Do you think it's likely we'll see any Pixar worlds?
I'd love that. I think they wanted to for a while now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They talked about doing a Toy Story thing, but they could never get. But there were complications with that.
I don't think there'd be any now, so that'd be great.
Also, another world that I forgot that is also being confirmed that I'm really excited about because they're building off of the movie is Big Hero 6.
Oh right. I love
That's
that.
been confirmed. That's been confirmed. And
to go back to my you can finish your piece, and I have something to say.
They're building off of the original movie. It'll be after the events of the original movie.
Okay, that's cool. To go back to that reboot thing for like a couple more minutes. Animes have done this before, and they retold their story, and it has worked, right?
Yes.
Isn't like Full Metal Alchemist kind of like that?
Well, the first season was went away from the manga. The next series went followed the manga.
Okay, that's a different story. I know there's been something else that's done this too. Other than
Well, Dragon Ball Z, for example, Super is very different.
but is that a
Is built,
reboot?
huh?
Is that a reboot?
Oh no.
I'm
Well,
talking about a full on reboot. We're telling this again.
I'm sure they've done that with a couple things.
I know there's reboots, but there's always been a different story.
Yeah,
And to be fair, people are gonna get mad because like, oh, if you're rebooting, just do something completely different. I personally like reboot as a way to retell stories better.
if we're gonna do a reboot, I need to see someone else direct it. Then
Oh, that's the point of the reboot. Um,
I need another person telling that story.
oh no, I agree. I mean, I would reboot, and this is kind of what my series is doing. I would reboot, but with all the knowledge now we have, and try to integrate everything.
I don't think they'll do that. I think the more likely thing is to do their own unique story, which I wouldn't mind seeing. But with the ideas that have been used in these games, I don't think we're ever.
Or if you don't want to reboot and sequelize, just go legacy.
Yeah,
Like Sora's kid, whatever. Or again, my idea: Sora's a raggedy old man who's all bearded and voiced by Mark Hamill, and thinks that Keith like Master Chief to end.
also, the other thing I kind of wouldn't mind seeing is them adding Shibuya into Kingdom Hearts because of the world ends with you characters being in Dream Drop Distance. I actually like them there.
I'm sure they'll add more things later on. I'd like to see the TV series of Disney come. Gravity Falls, Star versus the Forces of Evil, Kid Possible,
I would even like to
Goof
see the
Troop.
Lilo and Stitch stuff, which we kind of got in Birth by Sleep, kind of.
Yes.
So I would love to see that, and maybe we'll get a Lilo and Stitch world in 3. That'd be fun. And fighting some of the experiments, that would be really fun.
Okay. Let me ask you this, Cole. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm young. Best. We should probably wrap this up soon. Over 30 minutes, 7 minutes in. Dang it. Uh, Best case ending scenario with all the convolution and stuff like that. What's like the best case? It's sort of like the Naruto ending, which apparently I heard was actually quite satisfying. What's
Yeah.
a satisfying enough ending for Kingdom Hearts 3? And if we treat Kingdom Hearts 3 as like that perfect endpoint where you could just stop and you don't have to continue, you just leave it open.
I meant to say this earlier, and I meant to ask you this, Joel. Do you not think that this game needs to end very much like 2 did?
I'm sorry, I'm having like a deja vu moment for a few seconds. I feel like we talked about this, or I had a vision of talking about this. Sort of weird. Um, yes, or maybe
This game,
yes, it needs to end like 2 did.
where yes, there's maybe other stuff to do, but you could jump off after this point.
Yes,
This should be a beginning point for people, but it should also be a potential ending point for people. Like that people that have seen the story for the last almost 15 years of their life, and they're seeing it culminate in this big battle. And if they want to continue, they can, but they don't have to understand the rest of the story.
right. I definitely agree with that. I mean, my perfect ending would be Sora and Kyrie's wedding, with the "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes" playing in the background. I've had or one of the many Disney songs. Uh, I have many fantasies. That sounds wrong. Um, but yeah, definitely got any like 3,
Like 2.
like 2. Sorry. I even wouldn't mind you doing like a weird like jump into the future thing where you kind of just it's one of those things that it's not 100%. It's like the Lion King, how the Lion King ends, where you see Simba's kid,
Yeah.
like like you see Sora now, he's the family man. See his
Yeah,
kids. See
being
Riku's
a key
kids, or
and being a Keyblade master that keeps the peace.
yeah, maybe like, or maybe one day he looks out and he sees the Keyblade go to his sons, or like, oh, the future.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Um, that's my idea. That's my ideal ending. What's the worst case scenario?
The worst case scenario. um, that it turns out like two.
No. I mean, as an ending.
That well, that's sort of kind of right, but probably
Two is probably how it's going to turn out. But it might
probably
end well.
it ended well.
Two
Like
ended well. Yeah.
two did end well. Um, there's the potential that they end on a cliffhanger.
Don't tease me, man. Don't tease. No. We.
And I really do not want that.
I've heard this rumor before. It's not actually a rumor. It's like speculation. People always like to joke about this, but knowing Nomura, you never know. You find out this is all a dream in somebody's head.
If he did that, he'd be even more.
Because there's always this implication of dreams in Kingdom Hearts, even from the beginning.
Well, technically, it was all a dream and dream drop distance.
I know, but I'm talking about even going back to one.
That would be stupid.
It's a Shyamalan it.
That would be the worst thing you could do.
Yeah, that's my.
If you retcon everything just to make one, just to keep it at one, then that would be the dumbest thing you could possibly do. You have some integrity with, at least keep your integrity and build on build from the mistakes you've made.
At this point, can you?
I think it's possible. You would just and we know this game's coming, so we can spend games dealing with some of these issues if they ever acknowledge it.
That's my philosophy: is that if it gets too complicated, just blow it up and start from scratch.
I doubt, but I don't think they'll do that. I think people would think that would be a cop out,
At least
and a lot of times it is a cop out.
Yeah, but it cleans the slate.
Yeah, but then a lot of the time you spent is basically wasted, and that would probably and to think of it like this, Joel, the last 10 years of your life dedicated to some of the time spent to this game would basically be rendered pointless.
Clearly, you need to get a therapist. Clearly, we gotta expand your horizons.
Well, you got to expand your horizons, yes, but that doesn't mean wipe the whole slate clean completely without any. Kind of like if they're going to do something like that, then maybe do it kind of like how Days of Future Past did it.
Kingdom Hearts, Days of Future Past. Older Riku and Sora, who's now bald and played by Patrick Stewart. Well, I would love it if just random fact. I love it if Riku would play by Ian McKellen. Older Riku played by Ian McKellen. It wouldn't make no sense, but it'd be so great.
It'd be hilarious.
It's just Ian McKellen with a Riku wig on.
But I don't think. But that's probably the only way that would ever work. I don't see it going that far.
Now I just can't think of X-Men, but with Sora and Riku as Magneto and Charles.
Boy, no, we can't get X-Men, sadly. Well, we might get a version of X-Men.
Who would be Wolverine then? Mickey's Wolverine. Riku's either Wolverine, or if you're going to have the Charles and Magneto approach, he's Magneto. Sorry, I derailed this there.
Also, here's another question, Joel, and this is something we've got to talk about because it's apparent that this is what Nomura wants to do. We're eventually probably going to get even deeper into the Keyblade lore. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be the culmination of the Keyblade lore.
We're going to get a prequel, aren't we? That's going to be what's after this, the pre-Keyblade War. That's what we're going to focus on.
Well, Unchained X is the Keyblade War.
I thought it was before the... No, it's only before the Keyblade War. We haven't actually seen it.
No, it's before. It's the time and after the Keyblade War.
We haven't seen
it.
No, we haven't. No, I watched that video. We haven't seen the war yet.
Have we not seen the war?
It's all built up.
But we've seen after the war, then.
Yeah, but we don't see the war.
To be fair, there's always been Kyrie's grandmother's story always kind of hinted at that to some degree. Not to that degree, but always hinted that there was some sort of conflict in the past. So there was some setup for that. But I think the thing I think we're definitely going to get, and I think this is going to be a given. I think the next enemy that they do is probably going to be a Keyblade wielder.
Aren't all the villains going to be Keyblade wielders probably to a certain extent?
Probably.
Yeah. I really would love it if they weren't, but yeah.
Yeah, it's the safest way to go since it's a lore that's set up. Unless they introduce something in 3, that would be interesting.
I say just, try not to do the whole thing of making a bigger big bad unless you're going to really go ancient.
Yeah, do not make someone bigger than Xehanort. Don't do that.
Well, you can. You just have to be ancient.
Yeah,
And
but
you wasted Chernobog already, so.
yeah, so
But that's how I would do it. Like, Xehanort, Chernobog.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to really say anything concrete about 3 because of how little we know about it and how little there is to go on.
How little we know. And just all the convolutions of just the world now and the story and the characters, and I hope Sora's smart again.
I hope so too. Hopefully he's written more competently.
That too.
And also we know Riku, Sora, and Kairi are getting new looks, so there's that.
Oh, that's nice. Basically that guy who I told you about earlier, Cole, about to do the 3-hour lecture. It's pretty much everyone's Sora or everyone is Xehanort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's not always true.
No, Dominic's part Kyrie and Sora. Xion is Sora.
Well, you're also not counting the Disney characters.
I know, but I'm all the important players.
Yeah. I could see it going half and half on that.
Yeah, anyway. I can't.
Anything else we need to talk about? I'm trying to think of what else we need to cover real quick. I said Keyblade Graveyard is the final world.
Oh, that's telegraphed.
Or better yet, make Kingdom Hearts the final battleground. That'd be fun.
Show us what Kingdom Hearts is.
Exactly. That's the other thing we need to talk about. I need to know what Kingdom Hearts is in this game. I need a full explanation on what Kingdom Hearts is. And I've said this across every video. Yes, it's the heart of all worlds, but what does that entail?
Is it a city? Is it a being plane of existence?
We know it's a heart of something, but what does that mean? It's the core of all worlds somehow, but I need that grounded to some sort of logic in order to appreciate it. Especially to appreciate Xehanort's plan.
Is it a power source? I always like the idea it's a power source.
I think that's probably the route they're going to, but they may very well not. And they act like it has a will of its own.
It's the Force.
It's probably going to be the Force.
Well, the Force doesn't have it. Well, there are well springs of the Force in Star Wars, so it's not like that's not. Or at least the idea is that there might be one.
How is it that every Kingdom Hearts video ends with us talking about trying to make some sense out of the entity of Kingdom Hearts?
I don't know, because that's the thing they never explain.
Or they do explain to some degree, and then they retcon it again.
Like Keyblade lore. Keyblade lore. Like, okay, the guy who was talking about the lore of Kingdom Hearts, he was going on about Keyblade lore is completely retconned. Because in the first game, I should have talked about this. In the first game, the Keyblade is very much similar to the Avatar. The universe chose this kid.
Yeah.
It's not like, and then in Birth by Sleep, we treated like the Jedi. They were built, they're like lightsabers. A bunch of people have them.
Yeah, or at least used to have them.
And then apparently, in 2.8 Unchained, or whatever, I don't care what it's called. The one with Mickey and Aqua. They go back to saying how Sora's Keyblade is the Keyblade. It is the one that's the universe chose to give to Sora. It's the special one.
I think. I don't know if that's actually said or not.
And the only one that should be special is the Keyblade with an X.
Yeah.
And let's not even get started on that.
Yeah, the whole thing with the X-Blade is,
I like calling it the X Blade.
I do too. It's the easiest way to call it. And it gets confusing at calling it the Keyblade. I'd be fine calling it the Kai Blade, but that's definitely not what they're calling it.
Exactly.
Maybe the end of the game is Sora getting the Kai Blade.
That's fine. Just have it end with them going back to the island and live happily ever after.
Show resolution with all the characters and show them having a happy ending in the end.
Yes, that's all you have to do.
If you do that, you will at least satisfy your fans. If you don't do
And
that,
have
you're
Sora
gonna
and Kyrie kiss.
yes, finally, which has been implied that they have done, but we've never seen it. Come on, Disney, you've done it before. Let it happen.
Yeah. Did they kiss?
No, they haven't kissed, but Disney characters have kissed,
Okay, good.
and Final Fantasy characters have kissed.
Yeah, have them
There's a
kiss.
whole scene in 10 devoted to kissing.
Have them kiss. And,
Two scenes actually.
You have the Yub Nub scene. Just give us a Yub Nub.
Yes, give us the Yum Num scene. Give
Yep.
us that music too. That would be amazing.
Yep.
Have the Kingdom Hearts 3 end on Endor for all I care.
Taking the family picture.
Yeah.
Hanna hu na ha. Hanna hu na ha. You're based it off Star Wars at first, so why let's go all the
Yeah,
way.
just go all the way.
Yeah. I think someone should die. Like
Well,
either
they've
an
been
important character.
if they're going to kill anybody, it's probably going to be Riku.
Yes, they kill him off.
Huh?
I would agree with that.
If they're going to kill anybody off, it's going to be Riku.
If you want to, I think he should die. Part of me thinks that because I feel like he's grown so much. I don't know where there is to take him.
Yeah, I don't know where you're taking. They may change my mind on that, but they've done basically all day. They've done a lot with Riku.
I mean, to be fair, I hate the idea that somebody has to die. Like,
Yeah.
I
hate the idea. I agree. I hate that the hero has to die.
No,
but
or somebody important. Like, why can't I mean, to be fair, some people did want Han Solo to die, and I don't want to get. But can't we just have them, live the family life, retire, maybe pass on their next generation, maybe just
yeah,
enjoy life and die in their old age.
maybe have. Well, we could always kill Terra.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about someone we would care about.
I do not want them killing off Aqua. If they kill off Aqua, I'm going to be pissed.
I'm okay with them killing off Leon.
I doubt. Well, they may do that. I don't think they will, though.
I don't know. The way I set it up in my series, that he could get a death because he's kind of like the mentor figure.
They will never in a million years kill Cloud. They'll never do that.
I'm talking about a character who had it would have impact.
I know.
Leon
I
has
know
more impact.
Oh, I know that. But then again, Sora and Cloud have fought before many times.
Yeah, but
And then again, and to be fair, Cloud and Sora do have a back and forth with each other, so there is that.
yeah, but I don't know. Leon to me always serves as sort of like the leader.
Or better yet, kill Aerith.
Again, impact. I want a gut punch death.
Kill all of them.
Kill Kyrie and have a million fangirls and boys scream.
They're never going to do that, Joel.
No.
Let's be real here for a minute. They're never going to do that. And let's be fair. And let's be real here, Joel. They're not going to. And Joel, let's be real. They're never going to kill anyone. They may kill Zane. That's it.
If you kill
They've
Mickey,
been
if they kill Mickey, then that's the real gut punch death.
Yes, that would be the real.
And they would never do that.
They will never do that. They should, but they will never do it.
Oh yeah, that's when you know things are going bad.
But they've gone back. But Roxas is coming back, I guess.
How is Roxas and Van going to exist in the same playing field?
And maybe they'll be the same person. Maybe.
I
don't even want to begin to wrap my head around that.
Fan fiction has tried and failed.
They screwed themselves over by trying to do that anyway. I don't even know what that was. I thought when I heard that was the stupidest idea I thought, and the more it came up.
At this point, I have a feeling this game will be like 2 with a convoluted story that retcons and rehash and all over the place. The best thing we can hope for, it ends like 2 because 2 has
Yeah.
a really good ending.
If it does that, I will at least say, you know what, that was worth playing.
We ended on a high note. As long as it ends with a hop for who, the yub nub.
Yep.
So the sad thing is, if they do de-age Xehanort, then we're never gonna get like. If they keep Master Xehanort, then we have a chance to get a good throne room scene. I'm comparing it to Star Wars again, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Sora and Xehanort confront each other, and as we know, Xehanort's just hamming it up, and it's great.
Yeah. So on that note, people, thank you for listening to us through all of this. I think Joel and I said pretty much all there is to say with all we could muster.
We've said our piece.
Yeah. So if we get something at E3, we'll come back and do another video.
Yes.
But until we hear some news again, some significant news, then that's going to be it for us on Keach 3 Speculation.
Just keep it so basically, just keep it simple and clean.
And clean.
Is the way
The
that
way you've been making me feel
tonight. It's all in the magic of... Yes, good night.